And welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your humble host, Victor Gwynn, and welcome to Speak on Sports, the fastest 40 minutes in podcast sports history will possibly take place today. But anyway, it's great to be back. For those who are showing up again, and those who are just seeing the show, welcome as always. 512-539-0648 is the number to the program. As you can see, it's scrolling down at the bottom right there. 0648. If you want to talk more with us, you can reach us at Speak on It Sports and on X at NYG Men for Life. And if you feel like subscribing and look at these videos, if you like our content, subscribe to the YouTube channel as it's screaming on the bottom of the banner. So let's look into these week's games. All right, what game is on the docket that I should start out with first? I know last week's games was a total blur for a lot of you people, not just myself, not my other colleague, T Sizzle. He had some picks, and it was just a catastrophe for everyone who decided that they wanted to know how to pick the teams that are winning. It was just some bad losses last week. Who thought the Raiders would beat the Baltimore Ravens? It was just an abysmal week, but that's why there's 18 of these things, and we get to do it over the next week and proudly think we've learned something from the previous week. So with that ado, let's start off with the Chicago Bears versus the Indianapolis Colts. A lot of people have this game sort of like a pick 'em. Some have the Indianapolis Colts as the favorite. I look at this game and I look at the quarterback position. Richardson, though, is basically like his rookie year. I think he has a grasp of the offense more when it comes to Indiana. I just think the play callers need to look at Jonathan Taylor and just start running him more. Stop putting this quarterback in these situations where he has to play hero ball. So I think it's a heavy run of Jonathan Taylor today. They ease back on putting Richardson out there. He had some throws, they let it go, but they don't. He's not going to be the focal point of today, going up against the Chicago Bears defense, which, in my opinion, will keep this game close, not due to the kid out of USC. I don't see him having a good day today. And it's just growing pains. It's growing pains as a rookie. Every rookie has this. Only some rookies come in and just blaze it up. But Caleb Williams, the number one pick, all the fanfare and everything he has going on, I think that it doesn't transcend to the football field yet. So with that ado, I have Indiana winning this game. It's a close game, maybe a 21-17 or 23-20 game. All right, moving on to the Houston Texans at the Minnesota Vikings. This is the Stephon Diggs get-back game. Minnesota let him go. You got two, I was going to say young quarterbacks, but you have Sam Darnold is not an old quarterback. In football age, he is. I think he's probably 26 or something like that, or maybe. I don't quote me on his age directly, but you're going up against 22-year-old, like CJ Stroud. The phenom out of Houston, and that great defense and the great coaching staff that they had. But don't sleep on Minnesota in this game. They are home. Justin Jefferson wants to show out. He wants to let the crowd know, in my opinion. I'm just, throwing this out there that, y'all did the right thing by drafting me and getting rid of Stephon. So it's going to be a big game. And I think it comes down to the quarterbacks and the quarterbacks that know their system and the quarterback that does more. And a little running the ball. Houston right now, they have both of their starters out. Joe Mixon, Devon Pierce is out. Minnesota, I believe I don't know their running back as well, but they do have a little running game that they could rely on. Oh, this is a tough one. However, I got Houston winning this game. I just see C.J. Stroud putting in a lot more, quarterback-worthy plays than Sam Darnold. Even though he's at home and he's comfortable in offense, I just see C.J. Stroud maybe running for a first down or doing something a little bit more miraculous than Sam Darnold. But I got Houston winning. This is going to be a close game, like 17-14. Good defenses. Another 3-point game. All right, moving on to Philadelphia. Ooh, and they got to go up against the 1-1 Philadelphia Eagles are going to New Orleans to play the 2-0 Saints. Surprisingly, myself, I just did not believe that the New Orleans Saints would be 2-0 right now. I'm not going to lie, Saints fans. I did not have any trust in Derek Carr. I did not have any trust in him, but I do have trust in the offensive coordinator who is killing it right now. And he's opening up that offense, and he's using these guys in so many ways. They can hurt you on the pass, the run, little dump out things that they block so well. This team is gelling. They are on all cylinders right now. I know it's only week 2. There you know, 2-0. It's now week 3. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. It's really, to me, it's really good to see the maturation that happened with them, because these guys, they've been on the team and they haven't had success. I like what they're doing, and I like the OC there. So moving on to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the same team that I've seen since last year, and probably a little bit worse due to the fact their defense. There's no pressure on the defense. I bet they missed the guy that they gave to the Jets, Hassan Reddick. Let him walk out of the building because there's no pass rush coming. Saquon Barkley is the bright spot here, depending how the offensive line works out with that noise down there in the dome. I just don't see Jalen Hurts having a very good game here. I think he throws a pick and has a fumble. Don't sleep on the New Orleans Saints defense. I got the Saints winning this 21-17 or 21-17, 28-14. So the Saints is no joke at home. So, all right, moving on to Pittsburgh. Before I do, 512-539-0648. Be a friend of the program. Call in. I want to hear what you got to say. And if you want to reach out, Facebook at Speak On It Sports and at NYG Men for Life on X. And if you don't know, you also can subscribe to the channel. Appreciate the love. So moving on to the LA Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hold on. You have a team that has a quarterback in the LA Chargers, but who's playing a little injured tonight. I believe he is going to play tonight. And then you have a quarterback in the Pittsburgh Steelers who's not injured and can't play that well at the position. I mean, I know he's Justin Fields. He has a lot of speed. He has a lot of things going on, but today is a day for that defense. The Pittsburgh defense, they're at home. I think they're going to get after Justin Herbert. They're going to have a lot of screen game today. The Chargers are going to play a lot. They're going to have a lot of screen games. They got a good running back. I just think it's just too much on Justin Herbert, and the Steelers win this like 19-14. It's going to be a weird number like that. So I got the Steelers winning this game. It's close, but it's always that Steelers defense that comes up and saves. All right, moving on to Denver. Denver at Tampa Bay. 0-2 Denver Broncos at the 2-0 Tampa Bay. Let me just tell you right now, Baker Mayfield, I mean, can you win comeback player of the year like twice? I mean, he should have won it. I don't know if he did or not, but comeback player of the year it's due to injuries. I understand that, though. I mean, a guy's career. Can we get that? Because look, come on now. Baker was at Cleveland. They loved him. They hate him. They loved him. They shipped him out. Then he goes and saves the LA Rams season out there, and in the end up going to Tampa, prove it another year, and then he proves it, and then they pay him his money like he's owed, and the respect at his teammates. It's a lot going on over there in Tampa Bay that I'm happy to see. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for Denver Broncos. Bo Nix was the preseason darling of quarterbacks, has not been since. I think the kid is just understanding that the NFL is different from preseason. I mean, preseason to the regular season. You don't see those coverages. You don't see uh, uh, different coaching styles, how aggressive coaches are. Coaches start to figure out your tendencies in the preseason, little ticks and stuff. I'm telling you, they put in a lot of work, and I think Tampa, knowing their head coach, definitely, Todd Bowles and put in a lot of work. And it's going to put a lot of pressure on this year on quarterback at home, and it's going to be a laugher to me here. I think it's 38-10 Tampa at home, and I think Baker throws about 2 touchdowns and runs one. So very interesting, but I got Tampa Bay running away. All right, moving on to Green Bay and the Tennessee Titans. This is a get-back game for Malik Willis. He was jettisoned off from the Tennessee Titans, even though they drafted him. His city has no ill will towards him from Liberty. This is going to be one of those games where a guy's going to say, "Hey, look what you did," and you have to, I'm here, and you have to deal with 0-2 Tennessee Titans going up against the 1-1 Green Bay Packers. However, the Green Bay Packers, like I said, they have Malik Willis behind the helm and not Jordan Love due to the injury. He was a scratch tonight. They did not want to aggravate that injury. This is a good week to rest him. I think Green Bay Packers will win this game, not because of Malik Willis, but in spite of what Malik Willis does, and definitely Josh Jacobs running the ball. I think Will Levis is going to have a couple of interceptions in here, or some bad decisions, even though he should have learned from those from the past week. I got Green Bay winning this game about 17-10. 17-10. And that 10 comes, that touchdown comes late in the fourth for Tennessee. All right, moving on to Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders are coming off a miraculous win over the Baltimore Ravens, who I know every bookie in the United States and the world probably is wondering what's going on. Gardner Minshew, and you got to give him his props. You got to give him his just due. This is another guy who came in the league and he was jettisoned away and became the infamous backup to the backup, to the backup. And now he's in a position where he's a starter, and they're 1-1. Had that good win, had that loss, but they're going up against an 0-2 Carolina Panthers team that is in disarray from top to bottom. I'm talking ownership down to the security guard, down to the janitor in that building. There's a lot of things going on there. I mean, just benched your number one pick. Then you have the red rifle, coming in. And Dalton, Andy Dalton, he's not a bad quarterback. He just again, pressure, bust pipes, and he doesn't deal well with pressure. And I think you got that guy over there in Crosby on the other side, putting tremendous pressure on this guy today. I have the Raiders winning this 28-10. 28-10. And it's at home, and it's going to be a good game for the tight end out of Georgia. And Gardner Minshew is going to have some fun tonight. So Raiders winning at 28-10. Moving on to Miami Dolphins at the Seattle Seahawks. No Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, I'm not even going to mention, Skylar Thompson is the backup. Skylar Thompson is the backup. And Raheem Mostert, I believe, is going to go. You still have A-Chain, who's a little injured. You have a defense that bends but, can break. Going up against a solid Seattle Seahawks team. Don't get me wrong, I know that, they almost lost a game to an inferior opponent, but they're 2-0. They had a great game last week. This team is solid defensively up the middle. That's what they like to do in that organization, build from the inside out, especially from bigs, even on defense and offensively, in the offensive line. You got a smart quarterback in Geno Smith. Great wide receiver in Tyler Lockett. That guy gets not enough credit, in my opinion, his route running and his ability to help quarterbacks get them out of jams. But Jackson Smith and Jigba, I mean, you got, come on, Kate, come on now. I mean, it's just not going to be fair going up against basically a backup quarterback today. I don't think Miami gets it done. I have Seattle winning this game 27-14. Excuse me, 28-14. And that 14 points is going to come pretty late for the Miami Dolphins. All right, moving on to Detroit, Arizona. Okay, 512-539-0648. Be a friend of the program. Call us in. Hit us up on Facebook at Speak On the Sports. Hit us up on X at NYG-Men for Life. And also hit up the YouTube channel if you're feeling the need to go check out the program and get some real football talk. There you go. So moving on to Detroit, Arizona. This is one of those games, guys and gals out there, that is going to be extremely tricky for anyone to pick. Quarterback play on both are very good. Different styles, but yet very good. We have Goff, who's the consummate drop back quarterback. He may give you some rush yards here and there, but not much. And then you have Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals, who can drop back, but is going to scramble and tire your defense out and find the holes. Got a lot of weapons on each squad. Detroit, Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Williams, Montgomery. These guys running the football. You got, Sam Laporta. He has tremendous weapons. And even on defense, they have weapons too. Aiden Hutchinson, some other guys on defense. I'm just naming Hutchinson because he's, the main guy. But these teams are both evenly matched. However, there's just one thing that is a little bit different when I look at these teams. I look at Arizona, and I see a team that's tough. Offensively tough, they're going to wear you down. Defensively, they're going to wear you down. How much can finesse, meaning the Detroit Lions, continue with that play? I know their coach, Dan Campbell, he's one of those guys. He has that background of, being tough, but that offense has to be tough as well as the defense. So this is a game where it's a toss-up to me in this game. But if I had to go with a team, I'd go with the Arizona Cardinals winning this game, 23-20 at home, due to the fact Kyler Murray is just going to run around and tire that whole defense out. So, okay, moving on to the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, Lord. Dallas Cowboys versus the Baltimore Ravens. This is another game that is kind of a pick 'em, because, look, it's either going to be Dallas is going to be bad and, show them why they lost by so many points to a heavy run team as the New Orleans Saints. They're pretty balanced. They're pretty balanced, but they played a heavy run. Are they susceptible to that? Today against Lamar Jackson, arguably one of the best, RPO quarterbacks in the NFL today. Dual threat as well himself with the pass and the run. Will they get exposed like they got exposed against the Saints today? And will Dak Prescott find someone else besides CeeDee Lamb to help propel this offense? The run game has to come through. Zeke and Cook. Zeke is let's be real. Zeke is a 5-yard, give me a first down running back right now. He is not the horse or the engine of a one-back system, not even a two-back system, in my opinion. That's why I said he's just basically a third down guy to carry the team all the way. I know in his heart he thinks he can, but he's not that guy anymore. And same thing goes with Dalvin Cook. I don't see that happening as well. So they have to find something. They have to find something to manipulate a run. Maybe that be short passes, little dump offs, little screens to get those run yards up, because I don't see them going against this Baltimore defense today trying to run the ball to win. And then Dak has to find a lot of people besides CeeDee Lamb. Don't get me wrong, CeeDee Lamb's going to get his. But I just think that they're not going to have enough because Derrick Henry's going to be back there, and running Derrick Henry down every play is going to hurt that defense. I mean, this is not a high scoring game. I mean, I say the team that wins this wins by 3. I mean, it may be a 17-14 game. Due to the defenses and a couple of plays, but I'm looking at 28-17 Baltimore over the Dallas Cowboys. All right, moving on to San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, this should not take long, but I do have to explain why I made this pick just a little bit. I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers despite them not having CMC, despite them don't have George Kittle, Debo. I mean, it's just the Rams don't have Cooper Nakua. They don't have Cooper Kupp. I mean, they're losing a lot. They're asking Matthew Stafford to do a lot. The kid is good. Don't get me wrong. Will he be in the Hall of Fame? He won a Super Bowl. I mean, threw for a lot of yards. We'll see. But I just think he's going to be missing too much. And it's going to be, the guys behind the guys that you have. And I think the 49ers have some guys behind their guys to actually do well. I think Brandon Ayuk has a good game. And I think they get that running game going again, which is going to open up the play action for Ayuk. And don't sleep on their backup tight end as well. So he's in the fray, and he should, reap the benefits of George Kittle being out. But with this, it's not not too big of a score. I got 49ers winning 23-17 over the Rams, and the Rams being good. All right. One last game left, and I left it for the last because I gotta give my beloved Giants just a little look. The 0-2 Giants go to Cleveland after a crushing loss to the Washington Commanders. Mind you, the Washington Commanders never punted in that game. However, they didn't score a touchdown either. So I mean, how do you read that? They gave up a lot, but they didn't. They bend, but they didn't break. Daniel Jones, he played okay. Malik Neighbors played great. He had, the drop. Offensive line is, I think pretty highly rated. But something's not clicking with this team defensively, in my opinion. Giving up a lot of big plays, poor tackling. Linebacking core is not where it should be. I think it regressed this year. Looking at the defensive line too as well. I mean, come on, man. You got to give Sexy Dexy some help. I mean, we got Burns, KT, where you at? Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, I look at this guy, and I think this guy loves the shine more than the grind. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat it there. I mean, I haven't seen him develop any real pass rush moves. He's still doing the same thing. So, I mean, that defensive line, is paid a lot, and I don't see the pressure getting to the quarterbacks. And if they don't get there today against Cleveland, even though Deshaun Watson isn't Houston Deshaun Watson, he's still an athletic quarterback with a decent arm, and he knows his offense. And Stefanski, he's definitely going to make sure to put him in favorable situations with his genius mind as far as offense goes. Brian Daboll has to be creative in this game on offense. A lot of the things they do is it's so vanilla. It just boggles your mind. I mean, where is Wan'Dale Robinson at? Over the middle, he should be just wide open a lot because you got Jalen Hyatt dragging people all the way down, and I'll talk about him in a minute. And then you have Malik Neighbors on the other side. You got a serviceable tight end. Wan'Dale Robinson should be reaping the benefits of any play. 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 5. I mean, the guy's quick as a hiccup, but I just don't see the play calling, maturation, with Brian Daboll. Supposedly, they have an offensive coordinator, I don't know what he's doing up there. He could be basket weaving or something like that during the games, but we'll see. I mean, they got to get creative. And I just think, Stefanski's going to get very creative in this game. Fool the New York Giants defense, get them going one way, come back another way, some huge chunks of yards. I got Cleveland winning this game 28-10 over the New York Giants. It's going to be a good day for Malik Neighbors, but I think penalties by the Giants and some costly interceptions by Daniel Jones is going to force this game to be pretty much look like it was close, but it was never close in that way. So 28-10, Cleveland beats the Giants at home. Giants are 0-3, and things start rumbling. Who's next? Is it going to be the hoodie? Can we get the hoodie in there? I'm telling you, the Giants games after that don't get easy. Thursday night football against the Dallas Cowboys, and then they got another game going. I mean, it does not get easy. The Giants will be 0-5. Looking at next year again. I'm not trying to speak it into existence, guys, but it just doesn't look good over there in New York City. 512-539-0648. Well, I told you that'd be the fastest 40 minutes you could get, and I did give it to you faster than 40 minutes. So, hey, that is the program today. Speak on It Sports. If you haven't heard of us, you heard of us now. 512-539-0648. Put that in your phones. Call into the show. Love to hear what you got to say about your football team. I just love football, talking about it, and I love talking about players and coaches, all of it, everything. Reach us on Facebook at Speak on It Sports, on X at NYG Men for Life, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see the content again, all right? Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, and enjoy your football Sunday. I'm out.